It is the Riots podcast for Canada Day, Friday, July 1st.
Oh, Canada.
Keep going.
Our home and native land.
Very nice. Very nice.
And bears in this land.
There's true patriot love.
That's all we know.
Yeah, it's a momentous day.
Yeah.
We have Canada Day. We have the launch of the RadioU Christmas in July channel, which you could enjoy if you'd like throughout the month.
Just to tell you next time, maybe the Christmas channel comes first.
Nothing comes before Canada Day.
The Canada Day. Well, if you want to, when you're done with our podcast today, and if you haven't experienced more of RadioU, which we're the Riot on RadioU, there's music that goes with us. So if you go to RadioU.com, our free RadioU app to download, or our RadioU free Roku channel, you can find our Christmas in July playlist, so you can listen to Christmas songs from our RadioU artists, and we're hosting it.
Today on the show, we talked a little bit of fast food talk. And so we kicked it off with America's favorite fast food, which, of course, pretty much anybody could have guessed it's Chick-fil-A.
But not based on food. It's like satisfaction on the food,
which
and
includes,
like the experience.
Just everything involved.
Yeah.
How do you feel once you get once the transaction is all said and done? Are you satisfied? And with Chick-fil-A, the answer was yes.
Now, if you go anywhere, good luck just getting everything right or in a timely manner. Like you have to be prepared. There's always going to be one thing wrong.
Yeah, you just, you got to keep a cool head. The people there are trying. There's just not a lot of them.
I'm looking at you, Jimmy Johns, who put mayo on my sandwich, and I hate mayo.
What a treat that would be.
No, it wasn't. No, because it was an unwich one, like I said. And so there's no bread.
Too much.
So it was just slabs of mayo.
Well, they probably figured. That's like a classic keto condiment, though. So they probably figured, she must be doing keto, no bread. She must want the mayo.
No, and
she probably just forgot.
I had the larger one like split in two, and mayo was on the one, and then the oil and vinegar, which I like, was on the other.
So at least you got half the sandwich.
It was half right.
You got to look at the positives.
You're right. Just go in and just realize it's a lot like travel nowadays. Just go in and be kind.
Yeah, I feel like too, like when you go through, like depending on what like fast food place you go to, there's like that one thing like might be kind of weird in your order, and you like specifically say, like if I go through like at McDonald's, like I specifically say that I want barbecue sauce. Every time I'm like, I want barbecue sauce, like make sure you have the barbecue sauce, and I always open the bag.
No barbecue
sauce. Or if I go if I go to Wendy's, then it's like I want like my burger plain. I'm gonna get a 4 for $4 with the plain junior bacon cheeseburger, and I'm like, did you get it's plain? And they're like, yeah, we got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know you say it like I'm trying to offend you, but you know how many times I've gotten it and it hasn't been plain. I seem so over the top right now, but for you guys, it shouldn't be. So I feel like everybody has like that one thing in their order.
Yeah.
They're like, just like if you can get this right, then like the rest of it'll be okay.
I do. I have a lot of sympathy for fast food workers because they're trying. But what I don't understand is, like a lot of them are understaffed. But why does that make you mess things up, though?
Well, I think you said they're trying, but there's levels of trying, so it might not be they're trying hard. They're
Sure.
just
That's what I'm going to start saying at work. Nikki, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Like
I'm just not trying hard.
I'm like, I know I didn't get it done, but like I am busting my butt over here. I'm trying so hard.
You're trying.
Yeah, we talked about that. We also kicked it off with Kevin Durant requesting a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I feel like this story, not only like obviously it's a sports story, but kind of encapsulates the whole workplace. You know, if you're working with somebody that you don't like so much and you decide to leave, how does that make that person feel? Like Kyrie Irving, how does that make him feel?
I don't know if anything makes him feel anything. You know,
think
like he's a different type of person. But it is wild when you've got you're saying, I want to leave. I can't put up with this guy anymore. The guy that I recruited to come here with me.
I know.
I can't stand him. Just can't do it.
But it could be if you're on a team and you're like the main player or the main player out of three of them, and then one big one leaves, then you're just even more of the main player.
Yeah.
So I think that gives you more leverage when you're trying to get stuff.
That's true.
And so it probably helps in your case.
Yeah.
And if they weren't helping you win anyways, then
Kyrie was not helping him win. That's for sure.
Yeah, send him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also talked about some of the movie releases for this weekend. It is a big Minion weekend. And you guys know like that I have like dressed up as a Minion before.
Yes.
We talked about that,
mentioned
right?
that. You mentioned
that my parents own a toy store, so we have the big mascot costumes. And
Why didn't you wear that today?
I know.
Wouldn't that have been so good?
Yeah.
If, like, oh my gosh, it's a literal like a huge like body-sized Minion. I would look so
And
cute.
great promotion for your parents' toy stores.
It would have been
too.
incredible.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not.
Is it like officially licensed or does it look
it's
slightly
legit.
off?
No, it's straight up. It's
real.
straight up Minion.
How do they go about getting that?
See, I don't know, but they've had them for years. Like the Minion one is like the most recent one that we've gotten. But we got that when the first Despicable Me came out, so that was like years ago.
Wow.
And before that, there was Scooby Doo.
And it's still paying dividends.
Clifford, Elmo. I've been all of them.
Do they do like events like where like your parents will post on the Toy Store Facebook page, meet the Minion, and then
Precisely.
it's you,
And
then
like
it's
they
you.
have some sort of like coloring, like painting thing. They'll like get out like some of the toys and like let the kids play with them. And then I'm just standing there
And the kids.
as Minion.
Oh, those little kids so excited.
They're so
Aw,
excited to see me.
Sounds
what
like
is
a
it-
job here.
What is
It's
the
all
name of the
same.
What is the name of the Minions? You know
The
any
Minions. There's like
names?
Kevin.
Kevin, yeah.
Kevin's
the kids
like
are
the
all
main
there,
one.
so excited. Who's more excited, the kids or the moms?
Oh,
to
the
meet
kids.
Kevin.
For
Well,
sure,
probably,
the
no,
kids.
probably the moms because
Yeah.
they're
Probably
dropping
'cause
off the kids.
They're like, see you guys later.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin.
I don't know. I just know I see a lot of moms sharing Minion memes all the time, so I feel like they
Alright.
must like them a lot too.
well, why don't you check in with your mom if she's the one you're
she
watching
loves the
doing
Minions.
that?
A big Minion
Dang.
supporter.
Well, that's basically some of the bigger points from the podcast today.
That's all you need to know.
That's it. So no podcast, no show on Monday. We hope everybody have a very safe and fun 4th of July weekend and Canada Day.
Yes. And whatever you're celebrating or multiple things you're celebrating, just keep it safe out there. Let's be careful out there.
Be careful this weekend.
It is the
Bye.
riot.
See you guys.
Don't say we didn't warn you. This is the worst of the riot.
Now, we have some absolutely heinous news out of the NBA. I don't know. That makes it sound like somebody got murdered or something. No, it is just a ridiculous request on behalf of one of the top players in the league, Kevin Durant.
So do people like Kevin Durant?
No.
No, okay. Is he...
He's like
Never
probably
mind.
the
I don't need
most
to know.
hated.
Is
He's like
he?
think?
I think he's the most hated. Yes,
He's top
widespread hate.
five. Top five. I think he probably has the least, more people might hate LeBron more
True, I
strongly.
guess I always forget people hate LeBron because I just love him
Yeah,
so
I
much.
know.
Even I
right.
know that people hate LeBron.
Yeah, they hate
Nikki's
him.
one of them. Nikki's one of them.
I don't even well feel like he's just been, never mind. It's not even worth bringing up. All right, so Kevin Durant, I do know who he is.
He's definitely top five. Not only top five, one of the best players, but also top five most hated. That's for sure.
It's hard when they're so good, but yet they're hated. And it's not like, oh, you hate them because you're jealous because he's so good. It's like sometimes when a player's so good, they act the wrong way.
It's his attitude and the whole way he's gone about things, and it just continues on because the reports came out last night that he has requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets, and not only that, but he has a list of preferred places that he would like to go
Is that
if
not
he gets
normally
traded.
how it happens if you...
You know what? It happens, right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's pretty common. Here's what makes it unique.
Is the list common?
Usually, you request a trade when you have like 1, maybe 2 years left on your contract, and you're not going to re-sign anyway. So it's like, hey, I want to get out of town. I'm not going to re-sign. Why don't you trade me and get some stuff back, and I can go somewhere where I'll be happier anyways. He has 4 years left. He just signed an extension last year, I think it was. He's supposed to be there for another 4 years, and mind you, this is the place he chose. He chose to come to Brooklyn, and now he's like, not really feeling it anymore.
He just doesn't want to play there?
I'd prefer to go to Phoenix or Miami. The two teams that finish first place in each conference. Can that be arranged?
Do you think that they want him?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they
They
prefer
do.
to keep
I
him.
think I think
meant,
everybody
do you
would
think
take
that
him.
if he's requesting a trade, the places he's asking to go to, would they want him?
They'll figure it out. They
Yeah.
would figure it out for sure. Which that is, I mean, it's likely he's going to be traded because the only other option is if the Nets are like, listen here, pal.
You said 4 years.
Yeah, you said exactly. You've got this extension. What are you going to do? Not play for 4 years? But I mean, that is a risk because he could. I mean, he's got a lot of money. He could not play for a while, and they just kind of wait each other out. And we've seen other players do that. Just usually, those players aren't a top 5 player in the league. They're a little lower down the list.
So they're saying Phoenix and Miami are the top on the list. Who wouldn't want to go there?
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm like Phoenix, Miami,
I'll
sounds
take
great.
it.
The other thing too that's really interesting about the story is like the other great player on the team, which is Kyrie Irving, who people thought like might want to like try to get out of Brooklyn because his deal was actually up.
Yeah.
And so he was just a straight up free agent. He could pretty much choose to go wherever he wanted to. and he came back to Brooklyn and just signed like a 4-year extension. And then like 2 days later, Kevin was like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this guy anymore. Once Kyrie came back, and Kyrie's a great player, but also similar to Kevin, like a very controversial figure in basketball. It'd be like if Hudson said he was going to be at Radio U for 5 years, and I was like, all right, I thought you were going to be out of here soon, but turns out I just got to leave. I got to leave.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be hard too because if you made it so well known that you want out, and then that doesn't work out, and you have to go and like either not play or you go back and play with the team that knows that you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
It'd be awkward.
And it is a tough situation, too, because now that he's voiced these concerns, he's like, I want to go to preferably these two places. Again, the two, in typical Kevin Durant fashion, he wants to go to the teams that are already very close to winning a championship because he can't be the leader of a team on his own. So, but the other, like all the other teams in the league would love him too, and he requests to trade. You would think that they could trade for him with 4 years left on his deal. But he's already saying to the Nets, I might not play if you don't trade me. So if you trade me to somewhere I don't want to go, I might not play for them either. And then they are trading for a guy. They're giving up a bunch of stuff, and they have a guy that doesn't want to be there. So, man, it's ridiculous that he can do this. It really is.
He sounds like a big baby.
He is a big baby. And if you're a Brooklyn fan, you should be real sad because you had James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie, and you didn't even win a playoff series. Like, that's just so sad. What are you guys doing? When they got those players, if I was a Brooklyn Nets fan, I would have been so happy. Like, we're going to win a finals for sure. And you haven't done anything.
Yeah.
It's just a sad life for a Brooklyn Nets fan.
When Kevin Durant came there, it was like they were counting the championships already. And, they've barely done a single thing, but which serves Kevin Durant right. The Nets, of course, you would bring those guys in. You can't blame them, but now they're in a tough spot, and
guess
it's
we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
where he goes.
Yeah. I hope he has a soft landing in Phoenix.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Have you looked at this story, this survey yet?
I have not.
Okay, have you?
Going in blind.
All right. Then I want you to tell me. I want you guys to guess. Don't look.
I'm not looking.
What is America's favorite fast food restaurant?
Fast food restaurant?
Favorite or like most money made? What are we thinking here?
The highest consumer satisfaction.
Okay, that's completely different because I would lean McDonald's off rip because it's so widely available.
Well, that's not favorite.
It's not satisfactory at all.
It's got to be Chick-fil-A.
What do you think? You agree?
I think Chick-fil-A is so satisfaction. I think it's got to be the satisfactory of
You guys are absolutely correct.
Yay!
Chick-fil-A for the 8th year in a row.
There's no question about it.
Is the most satisfactory, which that really makes it, that sounds almost like an insult. That's such a backhanded compliment.
I feel like it still leaps and bounds like above everybody else, but I feel like cracks are showing. Every time I go to Chick-fil-A, it's not like it used to be. They're just too crowded. There's just too much, and there's not enough workers.
It's just if I had to complain about anything, and it's not Chick-fil-A only, but the chicken, either the chicken's getting smaller or I'm getting bigger. I don't know which one it is.
It's one or the other.
But Chick-fil-A came in the annual American Customer Satisfaction Index survey. They were ranked number 1 in customer satisfaction among fast food restaurants. They got an overall satisfaction score of 83, I believe, out of 100.
That's pretty high.
That's really good.
That's good.
Number 2, this is insane. I would never guess this. What do you guys want to guess real quick?
I did see it.
Oh, you did?
I didn't. Wendy's.
No.
Come on. You guys don't like Wendy's?
We do. We like the food, but
it's not satisfactory all the time.
They do a good job for me. Wendy's never does me wrong.
A good job.
It's so easy to make a 4 for 4. Come on.
And yet somehow they still struggle sometimes. Number 2 was Jimmy John's.
I've been getting back into Jimmy John's. They do the unwich sandwich.
The what?
An unwich sandwich.
What does that mean?
It's the lettuce instead of the bread.
Onions instead of bread?
Lettuce.
Onions?
Unwich?
Unwich.
Like it's like not a sandwich. It's like the opposite.
You
take the sandwich out.
Not
and replace it with an unwich.
Never mind. I'm fine with it.
Jimmy John's number 2. I would have never guessed that. Domino's and KFC.
Oh, what?
KFC, get out of here.
Dude, our KFCs are bad.
Throw the survey away.
The rounding out the top 5, Chipotle, Panera, Pizza Hut, and Starbucks. This is an unhinged list. It starts off fine, and it goes way downhill from there.
So Starbucks had like a 77. Below that, you go down a few more. McDonald's gets a 70, so 70 points with it.
Oh, 68.
But now, this year it's 68. That's the biggest. Oh, the biggest decliner was Dunkin', which fell by 4%.
And McDonald's, that 68 puts them in last place. So there's not a big gap between top and bottom when like you're getting a score out of 100 and it's 83 is best. 68 is. I think they need to rethink their scale a little bit.
Well, McDonald's, like usually the food's good, but the unsatisfaction is normally that they always get something wrong anytime you even order on the app, which is what I always do. So they're consistent.
Yeah.
Consistently getting one thing wrong.
I don't know. I think I definitely go to McDonald's more than any other fast food restaurant just because it's still the cheapest.
Yeah.
And so that makes me, you get what you're paying for, which is usually just good enough, And the amount of times I go to McDonald's, their hit rate, even if they mess up, their hit rate is still pretty good.
You think? Not too bad.
You give them a lot of chances, they still get it. They mess it up a lot, but they still have a lot of other chances to make it right.
So these are fast food ones. When it comes to top rated, actually like a full restaurant, anyone guess what the top one is?
For what? Like sit down?
Sit down ones.
And like a national chain that people are satisfied with.
I can't even think.
We don't go to those too often.
Texas
what I was thinking.
Roadhouse.
You're close. Longhorn Steakhouse.
Oh, I love me some Longhorns.
And then Texas Roadhouse.
Hey,
TR, baby.
you
Texas
cannot go
Roadhouse,
wrong.
too.
Texas Roadhouse will treat you
The
right.
steakhouse, just get it right.
Dude, that's just because you get rolls.
Yeah, exactly.
Rolls and so
And
many
peanuts?
sides. They have
The
a really
peanuts
good,
in there? Oh, man.
That's right.
Then
They're
you
just
had
buying you off with peanuts.
Applebee's and then IHOP tied for last place. Those clocked in at 73 for points on how satisfied you are with your experience at those places.
I don't know. If I'm McDonald's and I'm getting a 68, I still feel all right.
It's not bad.
It's not great to be in last place, but 68 is still pretty good. That's a passing grade, right?
That's right.
So, that's just good enough. That's what you expect at McDonald's.
That's all you need.
A passing grade.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
It is time for our Friday tradition.
Let's see what's in the box office.
Yeah. What would you like to watch this weekend? What are your options? Here's what we've got for you. If you want to go to the movies, the biggest new release that will surely make the most money of anything coming out this weekend is Minions, The Rise of Gru.
There it is.
How many of the Minions movies have you seen?
I think I've seen maybe one. But I also confuse them with, is it Despicable Me or the Minions?
So I count that as the same thing.
So they're all the same, but yet there's more, like they have different names. So yeah, I mean, I know the little guys.
Yeah. Oh, how can you not?
And I kind of want, the Minions to beat out like Top Gun and.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think that'll be no problem. I think the Minions is gonna make a ton of money.
I think
this
they'd be
weekend.
mad if Elvis lost out to the Minions.
Yeah, but they released Elvis last week, so it wouldn't have to compete with the
Probably, because usually family-friendly movies tend to make a lot of money, especially over 4th of July
and
weekends.
people, like we thought Lightyear would make a lot of money. People weren't as interested in that.
They were not.
They're saving their money to take the fam out to see Minions.
You can't have controversy with the Minions.
No, because they don't even speak actual words.
You're right.
Except for Banana, I think. So that is out this weekend. The other bigger release in theaters, or like I don't even know about bigger, but like there's a movie out with actual people I've heard of. It's called The Forgiven. It stars Jessica Chastain and Ray Fiennes.
That doesn't look very light, so
no, it's
we might
like,
pass on that.
A wealthy couple that goes to Morocco and runs over an Arab child.
Go back to the Minions.
Yeah, let's skip over that one.
I think that's better.
That doesn't feel like you're going to go have a good time at the theater.
Probably not.
For July 4th. There is, this one is the one, obviously Minions, the promotion has been everywhere. For some reason, this one also a dark horse with a lot of promotion. Mr. Malcolm's List. Have you seen a bunch of stuff for that?
I've seen a little, so I know what it is. But yeah, it's totally like a Bridgerton, sort of Austin, sort of mix, sort of. I don't know what they're trying to do with it, but it's
not a movie for me.
I'm surprised they're pushing it to you.
Look at this, Nikki.
What?
A Jane Austen-esque romance.
Hey, there it is.
Perfect for you.
I
You
love
gonna go
Jane
see
Austen.
it?
No, I mean it kind of felt a little too quirky for Jane Austen stuff.
Okay, so that's that looks like about what you can expect for new stuff in theaters. Obviously, you still got Top Gun, you still got Jurassic World, Elvis out there, so you got some options. Now on streaming, this is surprising me because I'm looking through. Obviously, Stranger Things,
the big one.
conclusion of season 4 is out this weekend. But I thought, there had to be some other like big, massive, like some other streaming service has to have something they're really excited about, right? I don't really see that. I see the next big thing is the Terminal List. That is a new Chris Pratt. Is that a TV show, like a series?
The Amazon
on Amazon.
one?
It's on Amazon Prime.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I haven't heard much about that, but I'm looking at it now. It looks like it is a series, and they're saying it's a dad show. They're saying that so Chris Pratt stars as a Navy SEAL who seeks revenge for the death of his platoon.
Just like the Minions.
Yeah, right. But this is if your dad has already seen Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, you take him to see this?
This is you just hook this up on Amazon Prime for him. He's all set to go.
Your dad can go ahead and get you a year of Amazon Prime, and you can watch it together.
Hey, son, can you?
You
seen anything about this Terminal List? How do you get Amazon Prime?
So is that this weekend
Roku?
or next weekend?
It looks like that's out this weekend. And then you have, but I'm not seeing a lot of other big streaming. I mean, Only Murders in the Building. The new season is out. That's what Hulu's proud of right now. Disney Plus has Baymax. You remember from Big Hero 6? They've got a little mini series with that, which that could be fun.
I guess.
So what do you think? You going to watch anything in theaters or otherwise?
Just the Stranger Things
Stranger
stuff.
Things.
I think that's why they keep it pretty light, because they assume a lot of times if you are going out, it is 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not the most time for streaming, but I think out of all those,
it's just
that's
weird.
the choice.
I thought there'd be obviously Thor comes out next weekend too. I just thought there'd be a bigger movie for people who aren't like parents of children that they would like to see. And I don't know. I might go see. I might work in a movie somewhere besides all the Stranger Things, because you know what I got going on this weekend? Not a whole lot.
And you're excited.
I'm feeling great about it.
That means you can get a movie in.
Exactly. All the movies I want.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
Now we've got some big news. Isaiah's particularly excited about this one. Logan Paul has signed with the WWE.
So is it the wrestling you like, Isaiah, or is it the Logan Paul?
Neither.
Neither.
This whole thing right here, it's just this, it's really unbelievable what you can achieve just by being a normal person that just puts out really dumb YouTube videos. Like, it's insane.
Now, I think, he's branched out to more than that, because at least he is he's done boxing and fighting. So it is kind of, believable.
It makes sense
that he would do something with wrestling.
It probably, to me, it feels like more of a win for wrestling than it does for him. I mean, I'm sure he's getting paid a lot, but you do got to watch out with those WWE contracts. And he might be seriously signing a lot of his life away. But at the same time, like for the WWE to get a guy with such a huge and devoted following that's going to bring in a lot of people that probably don't normally watch WWE, but they will watch it for Logan Paul. That's probably a big deal, right?
I think so. I think that's why they're going after what would be a normal wrestler, because that's a lot of showmanship. There's a lot of stuff.
He's built for it. I mean, he is he's a showman. I mean, he's a big guy as this. He's already done the boxing stuff, so it's insane that he's actually going to be.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So he's put some of his past behind him, and he's ready to take on the WWE world. Hudson, are you jealous?
A little bit. I'd love to be a wrestler.
Do you actually think you would want to? Because I'm sure that's really hard on your body.
Well, yeah, but I'd love to be a part of it.
We want to be the commentators. All three of us.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Side
That would be
ring,
fun.
Me going what? And then you guys filling in and Isaiah not liking it. It'd be
precisely. That'd be incredible.
I think, you know what, though? I've seen this happen before with the WWE because there is such a mythos around it. Some commentators get in there and the fans do not accept them.
Oh, really?
If they don't think they're real wrestling people, which we would not fit in. We would not be able to, even if we
could fit in.
No, we could not fake it as hard as we tried. That we would not be able to sell ourselves as wrestling people.
We would have to study for years to try to learn all this stuff with it.
The wrestling fans would sniff us out in a heartbeat. They'd be like, get them out of here. They don't really buy into what we're about. So I don't know if we're cut out for that, but it would be fun though.
I think it's an interesting move for the Logan Paul WWE signing that he did. Everybody just wants to know how much. Like, I assume that's into the millions.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But you're just like, how many millions did they pay him?
Yeah. And I want to know too, does like Logan Paul, the Paul brothers, they've worked out in the fights that they've done, right? That they never seem to lose. I don't think either one of them has actually officially lost in their boxing and stuff they've done. Is he going to be okay, even though, like, we know what wrestling really is? It's all, like, agreed to beforehand and everything. Is he going to be okay with losing sometimes?
I think he'll have just a lot of ties. We'll just see a lot.
A lot of times.
Usually in wrestling, it's like the undisputed champion. But with Logan Paul, it'll be like, there is some dispute because they didn't actually declare a winner.
A little dispute. Just a little bit of dispute here.
Some dispute about whether Logan Paul is the winner or not.
But we're glad to have him. Which is why we paid a lot of money.
We'll make a lot of concessions for him because he's a big star.
Didn't seem like there was any more details on, like, when does he join the WWE? How much will he do with them? Mm-hmm. So some of those details are not out yet, just that he has signed with them.
How much fighting is he even going to do? We don't even know. But will he be involved? He'll be there. He'll be there.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.